Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Zidni Anugrah and I'm from class semester 3 in English Institute Department. And my student ID is 12350300882. And this video is made for completing the assignment of English-Indonesian translation, which the lecturer is Miss Dian Budiarti MA. So we're going to analyze one of the video from YouTube, which the title is Sidemen Reunited Mukbang. So this is the transcript translation from the Sidemen Reunited Mukbang that I've already translated. So you can see it on YouTube and watch the video. So the video is from Sidemen channel in YouTube, and the video was made in 2020 when the coronavirus lay over. So the boys finally met again and then reunited again. And after maybe 1 year of separated, so they met again and then had this video, record this video, and made the title is Sidemen Reunited Mukbang. So the boys here chatting and also talk about small talk and also played a game. So I already wrote the transcript from the YouTube, and then I've translated into Indonesia because my target will be Indonesian people, especially teenagers. Because usually the watchers or maybe the viewers of this video, Sidemen channel, typically teenagers around maybe 9 until 20s. Yeah. So I use free translation, also communicative translation in process of translating the video because my audience will be kids, teenagers, maybe around 6 through 20s, because this video purposes also focus on fun, enjoyable, and also entertaining. So it will be so cringe, weird, and strange while I use literal translation or maybe word for word translation, because I have to consider to the adaptation, idiomatic, dialect, and also culture of my target language, which is Indonesia. So there are several techniques that I've used when I translated the transcript. So the first is idiomatic translation. So I need to use this technique because there are several words that I cannot translate for word or maybe literal because it will be so cringe, because it has a meaning itself. Because when I use word for word translation, it doesn't have a meaning, but when I use idiomatic translation, it has the meaning. So I have to adapt, find the adaptation and also find what the words it means. And then I also use modulation, because there are several sentences when I use literal translation or maybe free translation, I need to make it simple and also make it clear and understandable to my viewers, to my audience, when they read my transcript that I've translated to Indonesia, because I have to use modulation for that. I want to my audience get what it means, and then also not uncomfortable when read the transcript. And also transposition. I use transposition because I need to change the structure of the sentence, because there are sentences that when I use literal translation or maybe just translate it word for word, it make the meaning it make the sentence not alive, and then not communicative, because I want to make a communicative method. So I use transposition because I want to my audience get the feel, and then also not uncomfortable when they read it. And also I use calcu because there are several words that it can be translated to Indonesia, because there is a term Indonesia, And then borrowing, I use borrowing because especially for the word that Indonesian people use. For example, bro, I didn't change it to Indonesia, translate it to Indonesia. I just borrow the bro, bro, or as a brother. And then also several words, kind of words that I didn't have to change it or translate to Indonesia, because I think it's sweet, and also I can make a feel, and also I can make the translate even more alive. And then expansion, I need to use expansion because I have to add something, so the transcript of Indonesia will be more communicative communicative, and also my audience will be like understand more to the transcript, because when the boys, like especially Harry, talk in English, it will be a bit difficult to understand when Harry, one of the boy in the Sidemen talk, because his like language a little bit hard to translate to Indonesia, and a little bit hard to understand when I like translate to Indonesia. So I have to use expansion to add some word, and also like to explain what Harry said. I also use reduction when I translate the transcript to Indonesia, because there are several words or maybe several sentences that have to be simple. So I use reductions to make the sentences simple and then be more understanding, and also adaptation. I really need this adaptation because I want to make my audience in Indonesia like can get it what the boys mean. And also I want to focus on the culture in Indonesia, because my target will be Indonesian people. Like maybe when there is Jesus word, I want to change it to Indonesian culture, what Indonesian people usually use as a word of Jesus here. So we can see from the background, this is the transcript, the first transcript that Harry greeting the viewers, and also the opening, the opening of the video. We have from the left, it is social language, and then from the right, this is target language. So I already translated it to Indonesia, and I also already had like every words that have techniques, because we can analyze it together. And then we also have, for the first word is the pink one. Okay, so the pink is borrowing translation. Even though Harry like didn't say word okay, he just say so boys, but I changed it to okay, because I think it will be more suitable when I use okay. And then okay, this is the borrowing translation, which is naturalist translation, borrowing translation, because in English okay is like O-K-A-Y, but Indonesia okay is like O-K-E, and then cuy, we have cuy here. Cuy here is like adaptation, because when in Indonesia, when the boys talk to each other and then greeting each other and interacts, especially interacts, they like greeting each other with cuy instead of boys, because boys here maybe in English country, country such as in UK, they maybe use boys to greet their friends, but in Indonesia we use cuy when greeting our friends. So I use adaptation. And then I also use modulation here, kadang sesuatu berjalan tidak lancar, from wrong, wrong become tidak lancar. When I translate to literal, wrong become salah. So kadang sesuatu berjalan salah. It will be like weird when I translate it become kadang sesuatu berjalan salah or tidak benar. So I use tidak lancar instead. And then also expansion here, orange. Jadi sebenarnya, so jadi sebenarnya here, this is the expansion, or I adding the words sebenarnya, because we cannot like read that Harry said actually, because sebenarnya in English become actually, but we cannot like read that Harry say sebenarnya. Harry just say so we had a mental shit, and then I adding sebenarnya when I translate it to Indonesia, because it will be more natural. And then video here, this is the borrowing translation, because video in Indonesia, I don't know how to translate video to Indonesia, but I use video here, natural borrowing translation, because maybe in Indonesia it said video, but in English video, but in Indonesia video. That's the difference. So this is the modulation. Gua juga udah datang, because from I flew back over, I flew back over when translate with literal translation, because aku juga udah terbang kembali ke sini. but I change the words, become gua juga udah datang, but the meaning is still the same, right? And then we also have idiomatic translation, yeah, from it all fell in the bin. Yeah, this is idiomatic because it all fell in the bin. It means it all cancelled, and they cancelled what they want to do. So I use videonya dibatalin. And then we have also reduction, sebelumnya. From so earlier, I change it, become sebelumnya. And then makanan aneh here is the adaptation. Yeah, stinky meal. When I translate it with literal translation, it become makanan bau. But it will be so weird when I translate it become makanan bau. Like for example, sebelumnya kita juga udah putusin siapa aja yang bakal dapat makanan bau. In Indonesia, makanan bau it's like something that's stinky. For example, your armpit is stinky. Yeah. But I know what Hari means from stinky meal here. It means like the food that weird and also not nice. So I use makanan aneh. And then langsung aja kita lihat videonya. This is modulation from raw footage. Yeah, I change the words because my audience will be teenagers, so I need to make the words easily to understand. So this is the second transcript, which is in 19 second, and then we have pink here, yeah, which is okay. Okay is from okay in English, but in English, okay use okay a y, yeah, in when it pronounced, but in Indonesia, okay become okay and e, just like that. And then this is called naturalist borrowing translation. And then makanan aneh, this is from the stinky meal. This is adaptation, yeah, I already talk about that. And then this is aneh sih sebenarnya, tapi kita harus makan apa yang orang lain pilihin buat kita. This is modulation. And then in Indonesia, I use it because tapi, yeah, because it's similar, like it just is similar to but, so I change it to tapi. And then kita harus makan, the others pick what they have to eat. Kita harus makan apa yang orang lain pilihin buat kita. This is modulation, also kalku. And then untuk itu, this is expansion because I add untuk itu for the sentence because it will become more natural. And then kalau ada yang meleset, this is also modulation from if one person misses. Yeah, if one person misses. In literal translation, it become jika satu orang meleset. But in modulation become kalau ada yang meleset. This is become more simple. And then grup mulai bermain from the boys play the game. Yeah, in literal translation, it is anak laki-laki mulai bermain game. But I change it become group mulai bermain. Group mulai bermain here in English become the boys start the game. Yeah. So this is the third transcript, which is in minute 147. So the first is we have reduction. I change we got a couple, or I remove it and change it become yaitu. Yeah. And then we also have, kita juga punya beberapa topik viral. This is from Sambums. Sambums have a similarity to topic viral, like everyone talking about it. And then viral here, it also from the borrowing translation, like pure borrowing translation. And then topik lainnya, this is what is it, expansion. Yeah, I add dan topik lainnya because Harry didn't say it. And another. And then sebelumnya, this is from the but first, yeah, not like tapi pertama-tama, yeah, in Indonesia become tapi pertama-tama when it translate literal translation, but I change it like tapi sebelumnya, like beforehand, yeah. And then ini makanan yang lo dapat, this is what we got you. This is modulation also. I change the word, but the meaning it doesn't change. And then I'm starving. This is transposition. ya, lapar banget nih gua. I like change a move, ya, the lapar or like the starve to the front, ya, the verb from the front, and then for the subject I put it on the back. So lapar banget nih gua, so I change the structure. And then group ngantri untuk makanan, members get their food, yeah, I change it, yeah, because this is like equivalence, also modulation from get their food. It means like get their food, it's like they queuing for the food, yeah. So queuing, it's like ngantri in Indonesia. Okay, so this is the fourth transcript, which is in minute 4:35. So we have a spicy new. I'm sorry, I didn't like highlight the spicy. But spicy new is borrowing translation, pure borrowing translation, because spicy new or Harry means it like nuja. It is a food from Italy. Yeah, spicy food. So I thought I didn't have to, or I didn't need to translate to Indonesia what spicy new it means, yeah, because it is a food. And then apa sih disebutnya, this is modulation from how do you, yeah, because in literal translation it become bagaimana itu ya, yeah, but I change it become apa sih disebutnya, yeah, it changed a lot, but the meaning is still the same, yeah, from the words it changed a lot, but the meaning's still the same, still similar. And then Nuja, this is borrowing translation, pure borrowing translation, similar to spicy new, which is a traditional food from Italy. And then Iya, this is expansion. And then spicy Nuja pizza, this is spicy Nuja pizza, also pure borrowing translation. And then kita santap makanannya, this is like idiomatic translation, yeah, from with tuck in voice, it means like before we eat. So before we eat in Indonesia, like sebelum kita santap makanannya. And then bisalah, this is expansion. And then a little show here we can see from search language, a little show, but I didn't translate it to Indonesia for my target language, because I think that a little show here, when I translate it to Indonesia, are really not like important when I translate to Indonesia. And when I didn't translate it and remove it, it didn't change the meaning. So because I want to make my sentence like simple, so I remove it. And then jadi, this is expansion. Beberapa here from this some stuff, this is a modulation. And then bukannya masing-masing satu barang, this is also modulation from everyone both one thing, right? When in literal translation it becomes semua orang membawa satu barang kan, but I change it and make it simple, bukannya masing-masing satu barang. Yeah, it is also equivalency. And then iya benar, kalau gua bawa banyak sih, this is expansion ya, from iya become iya benar, or yes right, but I make it expansion, I add benar here. And then gak gitu konsepnya ganteng, this is modulation. Gak gitu konsepnya from that's not how it is, that's not how it is, this is like it's not like that, or it's not the concept, yeah. So I change like gak gitu konsepnya, still similar. And then ganteng here, this is adaptation from brother, yeah, because in English maybe they say their friend like brother, yeah, or Indonesia like saudaraku, saudara laki-lakiku, but I change it, and because once again I use free translation method, so I really change it, but the meaning is still the same, like he want to like talk to his friend. And then gua mulai duluan nih, this is modulation from can I go first. In literal translation it become bisakah aku mulai duluan, bisakah aku pergi duluan. So I change it, gua mulai duluan nih, yeah. And then Masya Allah Tabarakallah, this is from oh my god, yeah. Maybe in English they used to say oh my god when they startled, yeah, or maybe shock and surprise, yeah, especially surprise, yeah, here Ethan surprised that what is it, his food is so good. Okay, let's continue. We have the fifth transcript. The first is read, this is transposition from I got my first ever table tennis bat, ya, gua bawa tongkat tenis meja pertama gua. And then ini dia, tongkat ini tuh ada pas gue masih kecil. This is a transposition from when I was young. There you go. Yeah, so we can see it from there. There you go here. When I translate it to Indonesia, it become in the front. And then yang ada di foto lo waktu itu, this is reduction from what's this in the hari picture of you. I remove the hari, yeah. And then iya bener. This is modulation from it was, yeah. It was here. It means like yes. And then apa yang udah lo dapat? This is modulation from what did you win? Yeah, in literal translation, what did you win become apa yang kamu menang. Yeah, but I change it. Lo dapat is mean like what have you get from the bet. Yeah, and then gue nggak menang apa-apa sih. This is modulation from I didn't win anything with it really. Yeah, this is modulation. I make it become more simple. Tapi gue jago. This is also modulation and also a little bit of equivalence, yeah, but I was skilled with it. Yeah, skilled with it is like gue jago. Yeah, this is also adaptation, yeah. Jago in Indonesia, jago it's like skilled with it. And then di Pulau Guernsey, this is expansion because Harry didn't like in Guernsey Island, yeah, he didn't say in Guernsey Island, but I like add the pulau in English become like island because Guernsey it's island in UK, yeah, one of the island in UK. So because my target language Indonesia didn't like know what is Guernsey, it is country or maybe it is just city. So it turns out that Guernsey is the island, an island, yeah. So I use pulau to make it clear. And then atau gimana gitu, this is modulation. And then mulai dari kapan Harry, this is modulation also. When did you start Harry? Yeah, jadi mulai dari kapan Harry? And then gokil banget, this is a free translation or adaptation from that's in sick condition. Like wow, you're so cool, yeah, gokil banget. Because Harry started to learn like table tennis when he was 7, so it's so cold. So Toby, I translate Toby's word become wah gokil banget. And then 69 mixtape vinyl, I didn't translate it because this is name of the picture. And astagfirullah, this is adaptation, yeah, from Jesus because Indonesia Muslim, so I change it become astagfirullahalazim. And then boleh lah, this is from I rate that, even though boleh lah in English maybe, yeah, you can but I change the word, but the meaning is still the same because it mean like boleh lah. So this is the explanations of what we have from the transcript, yeah, that the word that I didn't change to Indonesia or translate to Indonesia. The first is Guernsey. So Guernsey is like the island in UK. Yeah, you can see it from here. This is so beautiful. This is the island. And then 69 mixtape vinyl. This is like a picture, yeah, a picture of a kid, and then it anyway, maybe, I don't know. And then milkshake. This is a milkshake in Indonesia like susu kocok. I didn't translate it to Indonesia. This is milkshake. Milkshake is like a milk and we shaking it. And then nuja here, this is a traditional food from Italy. Yeah, I didn't change it to Indonesia because we are Indonesia, we don't have nuja like this, because nuja also like made from pig, yeah, from the fork, and we are mostly Muslim, and we like don't eat fork or pig. And then spicy nuja pizza is like a pizza with a topping of nuja, so it has nuja on top. So that's all from me. Thank you for your listening, and I hope that this video is useful for you. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.